origin of human life is not the product of causality. Our body is connected to the universe. Fear, anger, hate and envy release chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline in the brain. Constantly living in stress is harmful since our immune system is weakened. If stress levels rise, it is to remain constantly in states of defense and flight sensation. Our body speaks. By observing it carefully, we can detect the marks of pain and stress that our bodies have suffered. Anti-aging hormones stop working. Because all the body's energy is focused on defending or fleeing. It becomes a problem when it becomes part of life. There is scientific evidence that 40,000 cells located in the heart are connected to the mind. These cells are called cellular neurites and function in the heart. These cells connect and harmonize the heart and the brain. It has been shown that they have memory and are commonly related with intuition. The neurons of the heart communicate with the amygdala, the great emotional center that we have in our brain. It is interesting to know that the neurons of the amygdala are synchronized with the beat of our heart and when we experience anxiety, stress or sadness. The heart beats in an incoherent way, so that if we spend a lot of time anchored in those emotions, months or years, our amygdala will interpret that the natural and healthy state of your heart is an incoherent beat instead of a coherent one. In this way, it identifies stress or anxiety as your basal level of activation. The heart influences not only our emotions, but is also involved in decision-making. Neurons in the heart have been shown to send information to areas of the cerebral cortex that are responsible for decision-making, strategic thinking, and emotional self-regulation. The true energy and power of the heart is in our emotions. And it is that we can create pleasant emotions that create a coherent heartbeat, creating health in our mind and body. The emotions that are most effective in creating cardiac health and coherence are love, gratitude, hope, empathy, and compassion. Since the 1990s, the heart has been studied from its emotional perspective. Heart rate variability has been especially studied. This is the time that elapses between one heartbeat and the next and influences your physical and emotional health. A short variability between heartbeats is an indicator of stress and therefore of health problems due to hyperactivation of the sympathetic nervous system. A long variability between beats indicates homeostasis and balance, which is related to health, because it indicates a balance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. When we feel an emotion, our heart sends a signal to the brain, and the quality of that signal determines the brain's response to that emotion. The signals that our heart sends to the brain have been observed. When it is a positive emotion, the signal is organized and curved. When it is a signal from stress, the signal is disorganized. Sharp waves from the ability to regulate that signal between our heart and brain. Healing arises. We have been made to believe that thoughts, feelings and emotions mean nothing and even despise and hide them. However, emotions are the indicator of what is happening to us inside in terms of our brain chemistry. The more powerful the emotion we experience within ourselves, the more attention we pay to what causes it in our external environment. That is, we focus and give our full attention to this person, upset, event, or experience. And as we do so, our brain takes a snapshot of that image. That snapshot is called long-term memory. And thus the memory is marked as a holographic image in the neural architecture of the brain. The brain believes every time we have the same thought that it is reliving it. The body believes that the event is happening over and over again. As a result, the person begins to circulate stress hormones throughout his body day after day. The brain does not distinguish between past and present. It simply experiences the same sensations and emotions every time it has the same recurring thought. All you need is a thought, a memory, an image or a real-life event that works as a stimulus to trigger a response. When a similar event occurs in our life, it triggers the same automatic emotional response. As a result, we act out of a highly predictable set of automatic habits and behaviors that make us feel and look biologically like the same person from the past. I say goodbye with a phrase that says, instead of living by cause and effect, we are now beginning to cause an effect. So the moment you feel fulfilled and grateful, the moment you start feeling worthy and abundant, your wealth will follow. Let's stop telling the story of your past and start telling the story of your future. Dr. Joe Dispenza.